Hey everyone, it is late at night and I am Norman. So this Christmas was kind of a shock. When I put together my Christmas list for my wife, I really didn't expect to be getting any watches for Christmas. I had plenty of other items on there and just kind of threw in a couple of fairly affordable watches. One of them was the SKX Mod, this guy, that I've recently done a first impressions video on, and I really didn't expect her to pick this one up because you have to purchase all the different components separately. I gave her a list of all of those, and typically you put the watches together yourself, but I think because it was a Christmas gift, they decided to assemble it for me, which is fine. That way I could just open it up, adjust the bracelet, and wear it that day. However, there's a second watch that I really didn't think she was going to get because I have a bunch of these already, but she did buy it. I received one of the ultra thin Swatches. That is thin. Amazing looking. So tonight I'll do my first impressions of this watch, but before we flip the camera around, there's another gift that's not watch related that I just have to share with you guys, because it's amazing. So my brother-in-law purchases and restores mid-century furniture, and he definitely knows what he's doing. And he has a brick and mortar shop, and every time we've gone in there, this item has been in the shop, and I absolutely drool over it. But or rather they are kind of spendy because they're the real deal. And so when I opened up this gift, I was absolutely shocked. What in the world did my wife buy for me? A mid-century coffee set. I mean, just look at that. Wood. Look at how dainty the handle is. This is the smaller one. There's the big one. I mean, the design is so cool. The spout starts all the way at the bottom, and these handles are just amazing looking. The set also came with a sugar container, as well as a brilliant creamer container. And just look at that detail there. That's pretty cool. The wood comes through. Let me get it in focus. Actually, I'll show you with this one. The wood actually comes through the end of the metal there. Wild. But yeah, that set is so amazing. Anyway, let's flip the camera around and look at this swatch. This is the first time I've ever seen in person or owned one of these ultra thins. I've seen them hanging on the wall in Swatch shops, but never tried one on or actually held one of them. Let us begin. So here is the Swatch Ultra Slim. When I do the full review of it, I'll have to look up its reference. I actually don't know it offhand, but this is all clear. And actually, when I first got it, this strap was backwards. So Swatch was on the underside. And hilariously, the other day I went to record this video and was like, did I already do this video? Because I remember noticing that while I was getting footage of it. But it turns out that actually occurred when I took a photo of it, because a good friend of mine owns this exact model, I believe. I believe it's this exact one. And I sent him a picture of it. So I scoured through all my videos and realized, nope, I haven't recorded it. But yeah, these are crazy thin. They are actually 4 millimeters thick. so thin the camera doesn't like to focus on it. When my friend got his, that was when this particular model entered my radar. I hadn't really paid attention to them. And shortly before Christmas, I somehow stumbled upon this. Maybe I was looking to see what was on the Swatch site at the time. And that center wheel is so cool. That was when I decided to put it on my list. And I'm pretty excited that my wife bought this for me. Now, one thing that I will probably change about this watch is the strap. Clear straps are pretty cool, but they do get yellow and gross after a while. And this watch is pretty invisible on the wrist. So what I'm thinking about doing is trying to hunt down a dark, transparent gray. I know that there were Swatches that had those, but so far I haven't seen anything by way of just the strap alone. So I will keep hunting. The case itself will yellow also, but that might not be too bad. I know on the turquoise bays, it almost looks like they were designed to be the yellow color they are. I actually had to research that, and I ended up finding one on eBay that was still clear. So yeah, they were originally clear. But I mean, check that out. It looks like it was made to be that way, especially with the turquoise crystal, because that's actually a great color. They complement each other. Yeah, usually when I'm purchasing swatches, I have some that are totally clear, but a lot of times I'll look for translucent ones that are in different colors to kind of minimize that discoloration. So this is a standard gent size, 34 millimeters. I probably ought to double check that. Yeah, 34 millimeters. I mean, this one's so thin it kind of looks larger, just due to that thinness. I like the color, the pops of color in the hands and the wheels. This white circle is kind of weird, but yeah. And the battery hatch is interesting. So it's a plastic cork, sort of. Hopefully that lasts. That is the Achilles heel of the standard gent swatches, is their battery hatch. All of the vintage ones that I own have cracks or actual broken off bits there. This one has one broken off right here, and that is enough for this to lift, enough for the battery to lose contact. So I purchased some gel style Gorilla Glue. I'm going to try and rebuild that and hopefully not glue this shut, but I do have 2 of these, so if I mess it up, that's okay. But I'm going to attempt to rebuild the little latch that this slides under. And if it works, I'm going to do that with all my vintage ones. That way I can actually wear them and have them tell time. But yeah, this piece is really cool looking. So I'm going to wear it a bit more and look up its reference number. And then I will do a full review of this. So if you haven't already subscribed to the channel, you should do so. Turn on the notifications so that you won't miss that video. I'll give all the specs of this watch and do a wrist shot of it. Yeah, that is really cool looking. So there you have it, a super ultra slim Swatch in a gent size. Perfect. Thanks for watching.